This is the new Ford F-150 Lightning, and it's a little bit like the Chrysler building covered in solar panels, because Ford has made their iconic gas-guzzling pickup truck environmentally friendly by converting it to electric power. Now in this video I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this truck, talk you around the exterior, the interior, show you how practical it is, and of course drive it. I'm also going to launch it to see how quick it is from 0 to 60 miles an hour, because I'm Matt Watson and you're watching Car Wow. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of these car reviews. Or truck reviews. Buy, sell, Car Wow. Let's start off this video by talking about the design of the F-150 Lightning. So the back of it is very similar to the normal F-150 pickup, apart from the fact you get this full width light bar and the little lightning patch down there. Moving down the side, once again, not that much has changed apart from the Lightning logo. Wheel sizes start at 18 inches, which could be a bit small, but they rise up to 22, which is what these are. The side is just like the normal F-150, so you've got that handy little cutaway there, so it makes it easier to see in these mirrors here. This is a bit different on the Lightning. This little panel here, which is your charging port. Then at the front, another big change is this. You can get it with a full-length light bar across the top of the grille, which isn't actually a proper grille. It's all blanked in. On this particular high-spec version, it has like a diamond pattern to it. There's no open grille on this. It's electric, doesn't need it. Anyway, the starting price of the F-150 Lightning is $47,000, which is about £40,000. It rises up to about $100,000 for this range-topping, biggest battery, most powerful motors and best equipped model. It's called the Platinum. Now you might be thinking, do you know what? I can't get one of these in the UK, but I fancy swapping my car in for something a little bit more environmentally friendly myself. Now if you want to do that, just click on the pop-out banner up there for the link in the description below to check out Car Wow. You can sell your current car through us, and our dealers will bid on your car to make sure you get a great price for it. And then you can buy your next car through us as well, be it new or used, to make sure you're paying a fair price. Simple. Now if you want to do that at a later date, just simply Google "Help Me Car Wow" and we will help you change your car. Here on the inside, the Lightning gets the infotainment system from the Ford Mustang Mach-E, and it's a nice big digital screen which looks posh. It feels quite as posh inside as a Dodge Ram Laramie Longhorn. The menus are pretty easy to figure out and to work through, no problem at all. What's not so good though is it's a little bit sluggish at times. When you press the button, you have to wait for a while for it to actually do its thing. Yeah, it's not quite as rapid as the infotainment system in a Tesla. Now, the F-150 Lightning also gets a digital driver's display. And when you turn it on, this noise, ooh, builds suspense. The digital driver's display is pretty clear, gives you all the information you need. So I like that about it. Another thing that the Lightning has is this feature. I can press this button and my knob retracts, and then I can flip this lid over and I have a huge table to do some writing or work on. That's good, isn't it? Obviously you need that when you're sat with the charging port waiting for hours and hours to put a few miles into your huge battery pack. Anyway, other than that, the interior is just the same as an all F-150 in terms of the dash design and the quality. And overall, it's pretty good. So the materials in this Platinum range-topping version feel fairly plush. You've got two big cup holders there. Underneath here, there's a big storage bin where you keep the two rather large manuals. And there's a shelf in here with different cutaways for various sized coins. Some storage under here. Look at this. We have a massive charging pad there, and you've got USB normal, USB-C. Then on the side you've got an old-fashioned 12-volt socket, and look, a proper mains output 3-pin socket. It's actually 2-pin because this is American, obviously. But yeah, it can run normal household appliances because you've got that huge battery. You've also got some big, massive door bins. I mean, look at them, they're huge. Plenty of room for a big bottle, some more storage space up here as well. You've also got a double glove box. There's the top glove box there for your 22, and then you've got your bigger glove box there for your 45. Then you have some useful things to help you get in and out of the car, like these grab handles, huge sun visors which do move across and slide back like that. Shout out to the straight pipes for that test. And a big vanity mirror. Oh yeah, and of course you've got your sunglasses holder up there as well. Is there anything I've forgotten? I don't think so.
What about the seats, Matt?
Oh yeah, the seats, yeah. So the seats in this range-topping Platinum are rather lovely. You've got massage function for both the driver and the passenger. You have Bang & Olufsen speakers in the headrest, and then this other feature here, which I'm not entirely sure what it's for. If you have any idea, let me know in the comments. I haven't done sufficient research, obviously. unlike the normal F-150, which you can get in different sizes of body cab, you can only get the Lightning in the biggest double cab body style. Now that does mean that you get lots of knee room, and I mean lots. Decent amount of headspace, huge back windows, very comfy seats, a couple of cup holders here. You've also got a mains power socket down here and USB charging ports here. You've got pockets on the seat backs, there's various door bins here and a special cup holder here. Some more cup holders here as well. And I want to show you this, look. If you lift up the seats, look, you lift them up like that. You can carry items just in this space here if you want to. Carry items behind this little ledge here, or you can create a locker by doing that, pulling that up like that, and then you've got a locker underneath the seats. I'll lock this one up. Let me just do this, sorry. There we go. Oh, you just can't get the stuff these days, can you? I want to show you this as well. I like this. You can open the rear window, just press this button. Here we go. That pleases me. I don't know why, it just does. Because it's electric, the Lightning has one feature that you don't get on the standard F-150, and it is the fact that because there is no engine under the bonnet, you therefore have some storage space, which, as with many American vehicles, comes with an anti-kidnap release feature. Yes, the United States of America is the land of the free me. Yeah, you see what I did there? Anyhow, this capacity, 400 litres, you can fit a lot of stuff in here, and you've got some storage under here for your cables. There's also, look, this big power bank here where you could plug in lots of electrical equipment, household appliances yet again. But if you need to jump start someone with a normal petrol diesel engine, then don't worry, look, you have access, oops, sorry Ford, to a normal 12-volt battery there. Ah, that's pretty good. Anyway, I think I'm just going to go back in there. It was nice and safe and comfy. Yeah. Plenty of room for a grown man who likes to behave like a child. As with the normal F-150, the Lightning has a big load bed. Capacity is 1,495 litres, which is a bit more than 1,356 litres you get with the GMC electric Hummer. Also, if we can get to it, you've got some more plug sockets there for your household appliances. There's even a 240 volt 30 amp socket if you want to run things like work equipment like chainsaws and stuff like that. You've also got some tie down points there as well, and there is one thing that's a bit annoying about this though. There's no load bed cover. So whatever you keep in there is going to get wet if it rains, or it's just there for prying eyes to see. And that brings me to 5 annoying things about the F-150 Lightning. There's a charge port cover located on the left hand side of the vehicle. Look, there it is. And on the other side there is what looks like another charge port cover, but isn't one. Doesn't open. It's just a design thing to match the other side. Shame really, because on something so wide it'd be good to have a charge port on both sides. Because of all its batteries, this F-150 Lightning is a little bit like me after my summer holiday. A touch heavy. Yeah, it weighs in at 3 tons. By comparison, an F-150 Raptor weighs 2.6 tons, so 400 kilos less. If you've lost your car keys, you can actually get into this vehicle by using a keypad. You have to input a pin. That does mean you've got yet another pin number to remember. And while you can get inside, you can't start it, so you can't really go anywhere, so you're still stuck. I suppose you can keep the rain off you, but that's a small benefit for what is, for most of the time, a really hideous keypad on this central pillar on the car. Truck, sorry, truck. I'm from the UK, we don't say truck. It's a truck. The Lightning's payload, which is the weight you can carry here in its load bed, is 900 kilos. By comparison, the normal F-150's payload is 1,500 kilograms. Then there's the towing capacity. So a normal F-150 can tow up to 6 tons. This electric version can only tow 4.5 tons. I say only, it's still quite a lot, but people who use these in the States sometimes do need to pull 6 tons, and this just won't do the job for them. The Lightning has a locking differential on the rear axle, and you activate it by pressing this button here on the touch screen. However, if you want hardcore off-roading, you might be better off with the electric version of the Hummer, because it also has a locking differential on the front axle too. However, it's not all bad. Here's 5 cool things about this electric truck. The Lightning is the only F-150 to get independent rear suspension. All the other trucks have a rigid axle. Now admittedly, a rigid axle is better than independent rear suspension for off-roading, but it's nowhere near as good for driving on-road, which is where this truck will mainly be driven anyway. You can get something called zone lighting, and it allows you to turn on lights around the vehicle. So if I press this button here, it will turn on the headlights. This button here, it turns on the light from the indicator and the puddle lighting. This button here turns on all the lights at the rear of the vehicle, in the low bed and the tail lights. And then if I do that, I've got the left side lit as well now. So you can have 360-degree lighting, which is handy if you're at a dark campsite. How is someone like me, who is about as supple as glass, get up into this low bed? Oh, it's not happening. Thankfully, there's a little step here to help you. Oh, so just made that one. There we go. Did that just break? If you've been enjoying a little bit of legalised Californian doobie and you need to take an emergency nap, but there's someone already passed out on the back seat, don't worry, the front seats, they do this. Oh yeah, you know where this is going. We're going totally flat. Oh yeah. And now you can just lie back, shut your eyes and focus on getting over this horrendous whitey. As well as marijuana, there's some other things that are legal in certain parts of the United States of America, and that's adaptive cruise control, where you don't have to keep your hands on the steering wheel. However, you do still have to be paying attention, and to make sure you are, this system has a special sensor underneath here which just checks that you're keeping your eyes on the road and you haven't like fallen asleep or just climbed into the back for a rest. It's called Blue Cruise. Though that sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Hey, do you fancy joining me on a blue cruise? Let's just all get naked. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I need to tell you about the CarWow September sale. We've got over 800 amazing deals with an average saving of £1,500. So click on the pop-out banner up there or the link in the description below to go to CarWow to check out the sale. But move quickly because the offers end on the 30th of September. Right, let's talk about batteries, charging and power. So each F150 Lightning has dual motors, 4-wheel drive, but you can get 2 battery choices. There is the entry level 98 kilowatt hour, and then that vehicle puts out 452 horsepower. It also has a range of 240 miles. Then there's the top of the range 131 kilowatt hour battery model, which is what this one is. It has a power increase to 583 horsepower and range is up to 320 miles. Both versions can charge on DC current at up to 150 kilowatts. If you're charging on AC current, it only goes up to a maximum of 11 kilowatts. If you're looking at this charging port here, you might go, oh, wait a minute, I don't recognise that. That's because this is the American charging configuration. Slightly different in Europe, though I'm told that if you import one of these over here, you can get a converter so that you could charge it. Anyway, you're probably better off sticking with some European electric vehicles. And if you want to see one that's a great offer at the moment on CarWow, very good car actually, click on the pop-out banner up there or follow the link in the description below, because I've configured it exactly as I would have it and you'll be able to see what that model is and the saving. Right, let's see what this F150 is like on a motorway dual carriageway. So I'm cruising along at just under 50 miles an hour. I'm going to get to 70. Let's see how long that takes. Throwing the throttle now. Yep. It's really good for overtaking on the motorway, and obviously on the motorway being sat up high gives you a great view out. The seats are comfy. Because this is quite a slab-sided car, you get a bit of wind noise from up here, but I can't hear any tyre noise. There's no noise obviously from the electric motor. It's silent pretty much. It's all very relaxing, and of course I can go into cruise control mode and the car will just do the hard work for me. And if I wanted to, I could take my hands off the steering wheel. No, that would be illegal in the UK. Shame. I just do it like it's like that's fine. I'm not breaking any laws, that's all fine. Car steering keeping me in lane, using radar to keep me a safe distance from the car in front. All very easy. Yeah, this thing is nice and relaxing to travel in. So I'm looking down at the trip computer and it's saying I'm averaging 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour, which when you do the maths, it means that on a full charge, you're going to get around 288 miles, which isn't brilliant, but it's close enough to the claimed range from Ford for this particular vehicle of 300 miles. Right, and let's see what the Ford F150 Lightning is like to drive around town. A rather small, narrow-streeted English village. Anyhow, perfect place for it. I'm going to put it into 1-pedal drive mode, so when I lift off the accelerator, it will bring this truck to a complete stop. I love that. It makes it easiest to control when you're just driving in and out of parked cars or going really slowly. Oh, I can hear the bells ringing. For whom the bell tolls. Hopefully not me today. Right, Let's go this way. So manoeuvring it, because you're sat up high, is not too bad, though the huge bonnet does make it a little bit difficult to see where the corners of your car are. It doesn't matter too much because I can whack up the cameras like that. Yay! Which is going to help me out. It doesn't feel too bad. You know, the turning circle on this car isn't great. It's 14.6 metres. So it's not that manoeuvrable if you want to do a U-turn. However, if you like to do U-turns on the spot, you might want to check out a Rivian R1T because it can turn like a tank, because it's got a motor on each wheel, so it can just turn on the spot. If you want to see my full edit video review of that crazy truck, click on the pop-out banner up there for the link in the description below. Right, one last thing for me to check is the brakes. So if I do need to touch the brake, it can feel a little bit jerky when you first apply them. Yeah. Let's take it out of one pedal mode and see if it's better then. Now when I lift off, it's just like you're in a normal combustion engine truck, and it'll slow down gradually. Is that better? Yeah, the brakes don't feel quite so grabby then. It's like it gets confused when you're in one pedal mode. Let's have a little go again. Here's the traffic lights. Yeah, it just seems the way it works with a one pedal drive and when you apply the brake means that it's just a bit jerky like there. Oh well. Okay, let's see what this F150 is like on a twisty English country road. So I've got the one pedal drive off, so I don't have some braking when I enter a turn. I am going into sports mode. Oh, it's quite hard to press actually because the car is a bit jiggly. Yeah, it's a pickup truck, so you've got a ladder frame chassis, which does send a few shockwaves through the cabin. Though being on independent suspension all round compared to the standard F150, it does seem to go around corners a bit better. Stays a little bit flatter, doesn't skip so much over bumps, and because you've got a low centre of gravity because the batteries are low down in the car and you haven't got like an internal combustion engine underneath that tall bonnet, it actually doesn't lollop about too much in the bends, even though it's significantly heavier than the standard car. You can do an alright job in this, whizzing about. Quite like it. It's a bit more fun than I thought it would be. Okay, let's see how quick this F150 Lightning is from 0 to 60 miles an hour. I'm going to launch it. Just basically floor the throttle, I guess. Here we go. Woof. 4.30 seconds. That's all right, that is for a big tank like this. Let's see how quick this beast is at stopping from 60 miles an hour. I'm going to do a full emergency stop now. How long did that take? 40 metres. That's a bit more than a normal car. Normally I'd expect around 35 metres. So a whole extra car length. So then what's my final verdict on the new Ford F150 Lightning? Should you avoid it, consider it, shortlist it, or just go right ahead and buy it? Well, this is only really relevant to people in the United States of America. And if I lived there, I would personally rather have the Rivian. Though this is very good. And so I guess you should shortlist it. Anyway.